it's crazy. I wrote a song about this, and it's very the state of college now is very. I've heard it's very difficult right now for a lot of people to do, and on the education side, not necessarily the extra activities. But I think people just gotta, if you're a creative and you're in college right now, and I'll get to the people who are trying to go to college, but if you're in college right now, use that time every second you have. Like I wish, if I was in college, I wish I could, be home, even if I have work for, half the day, be home just to be in that space to explore my creativity. Because being in person, like to go to school, that takes away, because your time is taken away. It takes away half your time. And by the time you're done with everything, you want to go home and go to sleep. Me, I was a student athlete, so I really didn't have time to be creative. I had to wait till like an hour on the weekend to make sense, And now I'm just like, wow, like I'm so blessed to be able to have the time to make music. But if you're in college right now, you got to finish it out. Like, especially if it's something that you feel like you need, like college is the number one thing that got me where I am right now, especially connection wise. And I know like it's better to be in person and, meet people, and that helped a lot, but you really got to utilize different things in college. I don't even know if this is kind of an answer you want, but like, if you can, even if you can make relationships with professors and tell them, hey, for extra credit for the class, like have them, stream my music. I did weird stuff like that, like, cause I knew that people would do anything for extra credit. So why not go to professors and I have clean music? Hey, can you make them stream and this would be extra credit opportunity, and I'll do extra hours after class. Stuff like that got me hundreds of followers a day, things like. So I say utilize, because now you're on Zoom and people are just willing to do new things. Maximize that to the fullest. And there's a lot of quirky ways to get your following up. So I say hone down on that creativity. Do I think it's, a little worse in terms of communication? Yes, because after class, you just want to get off and, you don't want to talk to anybody and things like that. So that sucks. But personally, for your individual growth, I think it's great. Creativity is on a 10, like you're home all day, or you can leave home and just figure something out, put your mask on, of course. And yeah, that's my thoughts on the state of college right now. But if you're trying to go to college, do it if you can. Like I tell people, like if you can get your degree, do it. Like I have a lyric on like, hey kids, look up to me, take out your notes, I'm giving out keys. Go to college. You don't need a degree, but it made my life a breeze. Like you don't need a degree, but it made mine a breeze. So I advise you do it. Like, finish it. Cause I still can say, hey, I have a marketing degree in this, that, and the third. And if things fall back, I can always put it back into music. But get a degree in something that's universal, something that you can use for the rest of your life. So yeah, that's my perspective on that. I have like a list in my head already for those things. First and foremost, I think I mentioned it earlier, but please make yourself comfortable with being uncomfortable. Do not sit down and tell yourself, I want to be a rap star, I want to be a singer, I want to be this, and you're not putting yourself in a position to sing in front of crowds. I see people all the time who turn down huge opportunities to open for thousands of people, but they're trying to act too big to do it because they're actually afraid to do it. And I've seen that on, like, I've taken spots where I was like, y'all really want me to do it? It's like, yeah, I mean, you're the only one who's willing to do it. Say, yeah, I mean, if I bomb, I'm still on stage with this opportunity. At least they're laughing at somebody who took the chance to, but of course didn't bomb. But it's things like that. Like I made myself comfortable with being uncomfortable. And if you get too comfortable too early, you might as well call it quits. And that's not even to be harsh. It's just, you're not ready for a music lifestyle if you're not willing to be uncomfortable. If somebody's saying, hey, we want to give you this opportunity, but you have to come here, and you're just too afraid to go. Like, even if it's not forever, you're too afraid to go. You can miss out on a life-changing opportunity. So luck is when preparation meets opportunity. I learned that from FAMU, and you got to always be prepared to, seize the moment. So that's the first thing I give a lot of young artists. The second thing is keep creating, no matter if you're dropping or not. Just keep creating, because if you're at stalemate and just stop creating, you will lose that spark, and you will start off where you left off, or less. If you don't keep creating, you're never going to evolve. I have so many songs, like I told you, with it from 2 years ago. I've stockpiled, but I have to keep creating to find out which song can be the one that can change my life. Like, I'm not just creating for me to just give y'all something. I'm creating for something that can potentially like connect with you and also change my life, so I can do this at a higher level. It's not for the money, but if that helps me do more, I'll take it, So keep creating. And the third thing is keep people around you who will be completely honest with you. And a lot of people will give you a lot of fluff. A lot of people will tell you what they think you are. A lot of people will say nice things. the people who might be able to sign you or the people who own the industry will tell you you're the hardest person on earth. But don't give them anything until they act and work. If they're just saying things, take it, shout them out, show them love. Don't break any ties, you know what I'm saying? Just keep that love. But if they're not working and doing calls to action, you know, keep it to yourself. You can't give everybody energy because everybody's going to want something sooner or later. And if they're not acting towards it, they don't really believe in you like you believe in you. Or the people who are working for free sometimes, you know, going out the way because they believe you're that next guy. Those are the people you got to put your energy into. So those are the three things I think if artists capitalize on. And you think people would know that, but that's something that a lot of people don't grasp. Like those three things are what I wish I would have known back then. And I'm glad I'm learning still because you can't learn everything, you know, in 3 years. But it's the blessing to have those viewpoints.